graduation of your degrees. Every graduate of McMaster University is proudly welcomed as a member of the McMaster Alumni Association. Who are McMaster alumni? From coast to coast and every corner of the world, we work, lead, contribute, and volunteer in all industries and fields of work. We take our community spirit with us, our creativity and technical strengths, along with our unique problem-solving skills to make a difference for others, collaborating and innovating to take on the big questions facing the world. We make an impact. Let us introduce you to a few members of the McMaster alumni family.
Engineering was hard. You know, I worked and I did my MBA full time after I graduated, a couple years after I graduated. That was easier than doing my engineering degree. So, what I learned is, you know, even though things are hard, doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to figure it out. It's really important to find a group of people, a team of, you know, other people.
For grants in the Department of Kinesiology. Today is a special day because I'm graduating from my PhD. I want to thank my family who's here to support me and who's been supporting me throughout the 6 years of my doctorate degree.
In the world, thank you for all you did to help these McMaster graduates along the way. We share in your pride and celebrate this moment with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the academic procession and the Chancellor.
Declare that the 645th convocation of McMaster University for the conferring of degrees is now in session.
Please be seated. Pleasure of acting as your Master of Ceremonies and welcoming all of you, graduates and guests, to this convocation ceremony. On behalf of the university, I would like to recognize and acknowledge that we meet today on the traditional territories of the Haudenosaunee and Mississauga nations within the lands protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. We must remember that we all have a role in upholding the spirit of this agreement, which urge for the peaceful sharing of Earth's resources.
We offer greetings and gratitude to Mother Earth, for she provides us with everything that we need to survive and thrive, so be it in our minds. We give greetings and gratitude to the waters, from the oceans to the streams, to the waters flowing in our body, to the water that quenches our thirst. Water is life, Adon has egan meganos, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to the fish life, who help to purify the waters and provide us with nourishment, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to the plant life, from the grasses to the medicines, which purify and strengthen our bodies, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to all of the insects who help to pollinate the plants, so be it in our minds. We offer greetings and gratitude to our sustenance foods for their nourishment and the medicine they provide us, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to the fruit life, who help to nourish our body, so be it in our minds. We offer gratitude to all of the animals, many who sacrifice their lives to sustain us, who are teachers and our guides, so be it in our minds. We give gratitude to the birds, whose beautiful singing help to uplift our spirits and bring peace and calm to our hearts, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to every species of tree. We cannot live without the oxygen they provide us. The roots and sap provide nourishment and cleansing for our body, and we are grateful for their shelter and shade, so be it in our minds. We give acknowledgement to the circulating winds who travel the earth, bringing new life and breath. Through observing the winds, we recognize the cycling of seasons and messages about the environment, so be it in our minds. We give thanks to the grandfather thunderers for purifying the air and awakening the earth and awakening us. The powerful voice of lightning and thunder bring on the replenishing and the renewing rains, so be it in our minds.
My favorite days at McMaster. As the Dean, I get to stand up here and wish you all well on this auspicious day, the beginning of the rest of your life. It's hard to believe that 35 years ago I was in your place, in that chair, not on this stage, but I can say from experience that it's a truly special day and worthy of celebration. I get to listen to a lot of these speeches, and I've heard some amazing ones, but every time I have to put one together, I struggle a little bit. The tendency for people like me is to share wisdom or try and impart wisdom, but I also subscribe to the Luke Bryan philosophy, and for those who don't know, Luke Bryan is a country singer, and my dad was a huge country music fan. He says, wisdom in your teens would be a lot less fun. So I guess my message there would be that part of the fun and experience is in the journey, and I hope you look back on your McMaster journey as a time of learning, growth, and fun that helped to shape you into the person you have become and will help to shape you as you move forward. Your training may have led you to that job, but remember, that's just your first job. It might be your last job, but it might be a stepping stone to something wonderful. Remember, today is where the book begins, the rest is still unwritten. When you look back on your days at McMaster, the assignments, the tests, the final exams, the clubs and teams, late nights at Fode, intramurals, I hope you are aware of the resilience that you have developed. Sometimes that test didn't go as well as expected. Sometimes there was just not enough time to give everything to every assignment that was on the list. But you navigated the challenges, made priorities, and got it done. So in keeping with the song theme, and in the words of Chumbawamba, I found this one online, and yes, there really was a group, your parents can probably attest to that. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. I've heard Mac engineers described as gritty, and that makes me very proud, because the resilience you've developed will serve you well as you move through your careers. I would now like to present our honorary degree recipient. Chancellor Smith, by the authority of the Senate of McMaster University, I have the honor to present Suzanne Cresta. Suzanne Cresta, who holds a BSc from the University of New Brunswick, an MSc from the University of Leeds, and a PhD in chemical engineering from McMaster University, is a professeur invité à Polytechnique Montréal, professor emerita at both the University of Alberta and the University of Saskatchewan, and on September 1st will begin her tenure as Dean of the Faculty of Sustainable Design Engineering at the University of Prince Edward Island, UPEI. She was the first female Dean of Engineering in Saskatchewan and will soon blaze that same trail in PEI, becoming the first to do so in 2 different provinces. Dr. Cresta is among the top 2% of researchers worldwide in her field of industrial mixing, with specific expertise in, and the engineers in the crowd will appreciate this, turbulent multi-phase mixing problems, ranging from drinking water to metal extraction. Her research has investigated the effects of the flow field related to processes including liquid-liquid dispersions, liquid drop dissolution, crystallization, and air entrainment. Dr. Cresta has collaborated with companies from Kodak to Syncrude, issues as diverse as water treatment and mixing equipment design. She is a recipient of the Senior Molten Medal from the Institute of Chemical Engineers in the UK, and was cited twice on the list of 21 most significant contributions to mining research, 1950 to 2012. Dr. Cresta has served on the Executive Council of the North American Mixing Forum and was co-editor of the Handbook of Industrial Mixing. The list
By my authority and that of the McMaster University Senate, I have the great pleasure to admit those before me today and those in absentia to their individual degrees at McMaster University with all of the rights and privileges pertaining to those degrees. My sincere congratulations to you all.
Graduates, I now invite each of you to join me and the Chancellor on stage so that we can present you to the McMaster community of scholars. Congratulations.
Yasmin Raid Albana. Danny Saeed Al-Samak. Isra Zahid. Tammy Zhang. Maggie Zhu.
biomedical engineering in the software and biomedical engineering co-op program, who will be delivering the valedictory address.
Good morning. Before I begin, I would like to welcome Chancellor Smith, President and Vice Chancellor Dr. Farrar, Provost and Vice President Dr. Tai, Dean of Graduate Studies Dr. Ronilovich, Dean of Engineering Dr. Heather Sheardown, Vice Deans, Associate and Assistant Deans, esteemed faculty, staff, loving guests, and most of all, my fellow graduates from the class of 2024. How are we feeling today? I love the energy in the room. I noticed some of you stayed silent. I get that. Today is a big day filled with various emotions. I would again like to reiterate and thank all the parents, family members, friends, and educators who have played a role in our grads today. We appreciate your time and support you've given us over the years. And thank you for being here on a random Tuesday in June. For me, today is a very exciting day. It's the day that I get a piece of paper with my name on it, and it only cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. All jokes aside, we know this piece of paper represents a lot more. It represents our commitment to learning, the long hours spent on campus, the people we've met, and the time we spent together.
And you're here today. Today we acknowledge the pain and suffering felt by those who are touched by the conflict in the Middle East. At the same time, our ceremony offers space to celebrate your accomplishments and to hope for an end to the conflict.
Yan. Yan. Erle. And together it's Yo Yanerle. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Yo Yanerle. I think we can do better. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Yo Yanerle. Good job. As a McMaster alumna, I look forward to seeing where you all go from here. You are now all graduates and members of the McMaster alumni family. Yay. Sheridan, yes, you can type. Sheridan, Shayna, Thomas, David, and Dr. Cresta, congratulations on all of your accomplishments and for sharing your works and your journey to inspire us. Dr. Farrar, thanks for your words. You've given us a lot to think about, and it reminds me of my parting message to you, is to reflect on the 7th generation principle, is that the decisions we make today in the present, make them with in mind the next 7 generations, so that it's the ultimate forward thinking to leave the planet and the world in a better place than you found it today. Graduates, graduates, take all of these words with you as you go. My very best wishes to you all, and best wishes for the next steps of your journey. Yo Yanale. Thank you.
Please now join in the singing of our national anthem. After the singing of the anthem, this convocation stands adjourned.
From yeah, oh.